Welcome to Inside New Zion, the talk show where we explore faith, family, and community. Here are your hosts, William Jr. Miller, his wife, Kristen Miller. This is Inside New Zion.
Welcome back to the show. Feel very good about this show today because the three ladies that we have on here today is some ladies that I have been knowing almost all of my life. In fact, their family is one of the founding families here at New Zion, and on this year we celebrated 75 years of New Zion being here. So on today, we're going to interview Myra Payne, Sheila Edwards, and Donna Robinson. Welcome them to the show.
I'm Minister Myra Payne, been employed here for 34 years.
Sheila Edwards.
And I'm Donna Robinson, still Robinson.
I knew it. So, coming up, being related to one of the founding families here at New Zion. So, how was it coming up? Because I know your mom being a minister and your dad being a deacon. So,
You want me to take it?
Any of y'all.
Okay, me being the black sheep, it was very hard. There were expectations. Being in the founding family and being in our family, they had expectations for things that we should do and should not. And I was like the Apostle Paul, things that I should do, I just didn't do. So it was tough. It was tough because we were being compared to others and that kind of thing. So it wasn't easy, but it all worked out for our good.
Cool.
Well, my opinion, I was always the goody two-shoe, which I still am, thank you. But anyway, Papa, he was the pastor, original pastor here. So, we did have to hold up to certain standards, which I don't know if I did or not, but I did the best I could, and they say that should be good enough. So,
Say hello.
When we were young, this was the little problem right here. She took names when my parents were gone. I was in charge, but she took names. Kept notes of who did what. And all of that. And when they got back, we all got in trouble. And she'd be looking at us with this cute little grin.
You wrote down what they did?
Yes.
I had
every time. It was mainly Myra, at so-and-so time, Myra did this, Micah did this, Sheila did this, I sure did. I told you I was the goody two-shoe and I was a tattletale.
So who told on her?
Nobody. I was writing. I was taking notes. I didn't do anything.
So you never got in trouble?
She would even tell on herself. Now that's how big a tattletale she was.
Okay, so we know that you all have individual hobbies and talents. Can you tell us about your hobbies and or talents?
For me, I like to write poetry and songs, anything artistic. I like to sing, just different things like that. But during the sermon, whatever he say, that's what it's going to be. And when he stops, I'm sitting down. That's one of the reasons that my sermons are always shorter than most, because I don't have anything to say. When he stops talking, I'm through.
Well, I like to sing too, but singing doesn't like me that much. So mine is in the background all the time, and they allow me to do it. But anyway, I love to bake, and I like cooking. Most people like my chocolate pound cake, and they'll take it with just powdered sugar on it, no icing necessary.
And sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pies.
Patty ain't got nothing on.
Oh, no.
Oh, them patty pies, they got nothing on it. I like that. Well,
And a little refrigerator cake, strawberry with whipped cream, which is really good. And cookies, and just different stuff. But I love that I relax when I'm in the kitchen. You know, I can just hum all I want to because usually I'm the only one there.
Cool.
So,
Okay, so my talent, by the time they got to me, all of the talents was really about gone. So, hey, but I do what I do. But, this is funny because one time it was my parents' anniversary, and at church back then you could get up and say stuff. So she wrote this long poem, and it was so good. And then she wrote this long one, and it was so good, and they was reading them. And for some reason, we all had to get up there, and I was like, well, shoot, I'm not a poet. So I say all I came up with, roses are red, violets are blue. I love you, and you too.
Yes,
that was it. Drop the mic.
That was it.
was a child, I love to dance. Yes, I will dance. I bake a little bit too. But I sing a little bit. If my voice wasn't like this, I'd been a horse. But I would sing a little bit. I hit a little bit. But since I'm it's okay.
Donnie, you won the step challenge this year. Is that right?
I sure did.
How'd you get all those steps in?
And I waltz and jog and all that stuff. You may not be able to tell it, but I do it. You hear me? I'm in good shape, but hey, I like to eat too. But I will walk and I will jog and I will do it all. I like to exercise. It's something that I do every day. So.
Your uncle, Reverend Robinson, so what was one thing that he just left y'all with, whether it be words or gifts or whatever, before he passed away? What was one thing that he gave y'all?
One for me, he always said, if it's not of God, it's going to come to naught.
Yes, yes.
Lord, I had so many because I was his secretary for so many years.
That's right, that's right.
But, I mean, he always had a song. He always had a word. He was a pastor that when he couldn't see good and he couldn't drive good, he was going to see about his people. Mm-hmm. So it was, he was just an open, caring, giving, and that's what I've learned to be the same. Between him and my dad and the rest of them, it's always look out for others. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Yes, that was good.
Well, he used to sing this song, The Debt You Owe. Honey, everybody needs to pay their debt. And that's a good thing. I always pay my debts if I have any. And also, nobody's going to take my joy, honey, because I keep my joy. You hear me? Okay.
Yes. Well, thank you, everyone. Because we could go on and on and on, especially with somebody that's been knowing y'all for so long. Y'all know I love y'all dearly. They are one of the mothers that I have here at this church that keep me straight. So
sure
y'all
will.
see me acting up and you see one of them pulling me to the side, just know I probably done something wrong. Well, we thank y'all for coming.
Our
and
pleasure.
thank y'all for tuning in
Anytime.
once again. And y'all continue to be well.
Okay.
Yep.